Welcome back to the first Monday Nitro after our first pay-per-view of the year, Sin 2001. And it certainly did not disappoint. We had the world title match, Goldberg, Sid Vicious and Scott Steiner. Scott Steiner pinning Sid Vicious. And this Monday Nitro is going to start off with Goldberg feeling hard done by because he had his shot at the title and he wasn't actually pinned. Scott Steiner won, but it was over Sid Vicious, and Goldberg feels like he deserves a one-on-one match with Steiner, a rematch tonight, which Scott Steiner agrees to. Goldberg's going to win, but by disqualification, so the title shouldn't change hands. In real life it wouldn't. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, we're going to kick things off. Crowbar and Evan Courageous are going to get a little run out, a bit of a nothing match. An angle following that involving Jeff Jarrett, a celebration ceremony because he beat the Cat last night at Sin. He plays a brilliant heel, and I think this will add to his heat. Again, a bit of a nothing match. Stevie Ray and Norman Smiley from Blackout beating Sergeant AWOL and Corporal Cajun from the Misfits in action. Again, giving them a bit of a run out. Then we're going to have an interview with Booker T, laying into Canyon, saying how, he shouldn't have done what he did, attacking backstage earlier in the week, and that he showed he's a better man by beating him at Sin. So that's going to keep that feud up. It's only just hotting up, and it's been a good start so far. Then we've got Mike Sanders requested a match with Conan, so I've stuck them in together with the purpose being just put on a good match for the fans. Interview with Ric Flair always go down well, even if the show's not doing very well. An interview with Ric Flair will always pick things back up. And again, he lost to Sting in a last man standing match at Sin, and he beat Sting down afterwards. And this is just a continuation from last night, and he's going to continue to lay into Sting. Another match that was I think it was Animal that requested a match with General Erection, so that'll be an interesting one because Animal's only had one match so far, and that was against Dusty Rhodes, I think, which he won. So again, go out there, show us what you can do, and if you do well, then you might get a push. Authority angle involving Sabisco. Now, I don't know how to pronounce that name, but let me explain. So last night, in a triangle tag team match for the titles, Kevin Nash and DDP won against Chuck Palumbo and Sean O'Haire and Lex Luger and Buff Bagwell. It wasn't a clean win. So the idea is, and bear in mind, Kevin Nash has creative control, and he's refusing to lose those tag titles to anyone. So the only way to get the titles off them is to have an angle like this, a member of Authority, Bisco, who is the only guy that I could get to do it. He's going to strip Nash and DDP from the tag titles. He's going to strip them because he's going to accuse them of cheating last night. That's the only way I can get the titles off them. And then on Thunder, we'll have a match between two other teams, probably for the tag titles. We're going to have an angle straight after that of DDP and Nash. They're going to be arguing, saying how it's a lousy decision and how, annoyed they are. So they're still getting a bit of spotlight there. And then the last match, Goldberg is going to win over Steiner by disqualification, as I explained before. So let's start the show. Okay, he lost overness, but overall the segment did pretty well. Okay. Not bad rating for Crowbar Courageous. It's understandable for fans didn't get too up for that one. Jarrett didn't go down as well as I thought it would. but not a flop by all means. Not a bad match from Blackout against for Misfits in Action, but we need for ratings to go up. Here we go, 81% Booker T. People are buying into that. Mike Sanders and Conan, that went down well. The crowd liked it. Good quality, good solid match in the mid-70s. Okay, Ric Flair backstage, again 93%. The ratings just go up massively when he appears. Animal and Rection, neither of them will be getting a push. Not a good match at all. And General Rection had a match against the Cat, and he had one against Jeff Jarrett within the past week, and neither of them went down too well. So I don't have big plans for General Rection. He can go back to his Misfits in Action stable, have a few tag matches maybe. Animal, I'm not sure about him either. I'm not overly keen. He's not a great worker from what I can gather. Yeah, for fans like that, I thought they would strip him of the titles. Fans didn't like that as much, so they actually preferred Nash and DDP getting stripped of the titles rather than actually seeing them argue about it, which is good. Goldberg Steiner, that actually went better than for the match last night, and in a way, I sort of regret not putting. I sort of regret putting Sid Vicious into that match, because it probably would have been better just between these two last night. But I felt with the feud Sid Vicious had with Scott Steiner at the back end of last year, and me not really having a role for Sid Vicious, this would be the perfect scenario to put him in. But it wasn't a flop, but it's obvious that a one-on-one match between these two goes down a little better. Overall, 70%, good show, good solid show. Happy with that. One of the higher rated shows, and not really anything that sticks out as being bad. Crowbar Courageous is the least rated, along with Tag Match, which was to be expected. So let's see what our mail tells us. 6.87 for Raw, 5.21 for Nitro. That's not too bad. We're not going to be getting ratings like Raw are getting for quite a while. Yeah. Okay, that's a bit random. Sid Vicious, I was thinking, how about giving me some matches with Scott Steiner? I think we'd be able to do some good work together. You've already had your chance, mate, but if you want another chance, I'll give it you, but you'll probably lose again. Okay? Crowbar Courageous. Crowbar wants to go in with Chavo Guerrero. Okay, they can have a cruiser title match at the next show. Okay, yeah, just forgot to clear that. Let's just see if Steiner still has the title. Yeah, he does. So Goldberg won by DQ. Steiner still has the title. Have they taken the tag titles off? Yes, vacant. Insiders. Okay, that's good. So we've got a tag. We've got to sort out what to do with the tag titles next show, and we've got a couple of requests for who workers would like to work with. No more mail. So let's see how the feuds are hotting up. So when I first started this game, Goldberg had an overness of 97, but he's lost overness from a couple of segments recently. He's down to 93, still one of the main guys on the roster. But I'm liking how things are shaping up, and I'll get on to Thunder and go through that with you in the next video.